Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for today's video, and I am so excited because it's my first fall decorate with me for 2024, and I cannot wait to show you guys all the items I'm going to be using to decorate with, so let's get started. I did bring up a lot of this decor from my basement. I did purchase a few new pieces this year, but the majority of it is decor from years past, and I always love to reuse my decor in different ways. So I am so excited. As I'm decorating, I'll show you some of the new pieces I've gotten and maybe touch on some of the older pieces also, but I cannot wait to get started. I do have my little helper Holstein with me today. He's got his little pumpkin spice drink, and I decided to give him a little treat before we started decorating. He always loves to supervise, and he's just such a little cuddle bug. I know you guys love seeing him, but we're going to go into the kitchen now. I've cleared out all my summer decor, wiped down everything really well, and cleaned in here. And I love how open concept our main living space is. Our kitchen goes directly into the dining room as well as the living room, but we're going to get started, and we're going to start on the island. I was really inspired to use a lot of wicker decor and wood tones in my decor this year. Michael's does have a basket very similar to the one I'm using on my island, but I did purchase mine from the thrift store. Then I had this really pretty chippy bowl. I love the scalloped edges and how distressed it looks, and I decided to add that to my basket. And this pumpkin pie pumpkin is one of my favorite pieces. I got this from Michael's a few years ago, and it's just a perfect piece for the kitchen. I personally think orange and green go together so well. I always gravitate toward orange and green and teal for the fall. It's always been something I find so inspirational and beautiful. So I really wanted to combine these eucalyptus stems with the decor I have going on here. And I think it really softens it and brings a little bit more of a natural feel. Next, I have this assortment of mini pumpkins. I have so many pumpkins, but I got most of these from Dollar Tree, that little sweater one, this velvet one, and then this burnt orange one, all from Dollar Tree last year. And this adorable little cream one was from HomeSense. And I wanted to just tuck these into the basket and make it look very full. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you started to bring out your pumpkins, or if you really don't bring those out till October. I know everyone likes to decorate in their own way and style, but I love pumpkins, so I bring them right out from the get-go. I did add this adorable little acorn, and then if you know me, you know I love ambiance and twinkle lights, so I decided to bring out twinkle lights and wrap them around all my pumpkins, and this looks so magical in the evening. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I didn't purchase a ton of new items for fall this year. I have so much from many years past that I really wanted to incorporate what I have and just use it in different ways. I've also been incorporating a lot of thrift finds because I've really been enjoying going thrifting lately, and I think the combination of new and old is so beautiful together. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you have started your fall decorating. I know a lot of people might think it's early, but I want to enjoy my decor for as long as possible. And for me, I always have decorated in August, even before YouTube. I just enjoy the fall decor so much. But I'm going to move on to some placemats now. These ones are so gorgeous. They're a rich green, and they almost have a leather look and feel to them that I absolutely love. I was debating which chargers I wanted to use in the kitchen. Both of these are from Dollar Tree. The leaf one on the left is new this year, so stunning, but ultimately I did decide to go with the copper one. I think it's very timeless and pretty, and I love that it's more of a matte finish. I've had these plates for so long now and I use them for so many seasons. They're such a great neutral plate and I love that they tie in that light eucalyptus that I used around the basket and they go so well with the darker green placemat. And when I was shopping at Michael's, I came across these gorgeous dishes. They had a sale, buy one get one free, and they also had these leaf plates as well. So I was debating between the leaves and the pumpkins. But ultimately, I did decide to go with the pumpkins. If you are looking for plates, though, they had so many to choose from. These wreaths are some of my favorites. I got these from the Dublin Mercantile and I love how wispy they are. I use some 3M hooks when I am going to add anything to my stools here and they hold the wreaths so well and they're inexpensive. But I absolutely love how these look against my white bar stools. I think they add so much texture and that much needed pop of color. When I was shopping at Bath and Body Works, I found this gorgeous hand soap. I love that green color. And then I did have this pumpkin spice candle from last year. I always save my candles. I don't necessarily always burn them, but I love this one. The color is so perfect for the kitchen. And then I did add my little scrub brush. This kitchen conversion sign was from Dollar Tree this year. The color scheme matches my decor perfectly. It was only $1.50. I could not pass it up, and I think it looks so pretty hanging here on the island. When I was thinking of decorating this space, I really did want to use pieces that would be easy to pick up and move if we were hosting. This basket, I can just pick it up by the handle and move it into the living room or anywhere else. And it just makes it a lot easier when you do host if you have pieces that you can easily pick up and move. So for some, my kitchen may feel crowded, but for me, it's so cozy and perfect. I have this welcome fall sign from Michael's. I've had this for a few years and I decided to hang this up to bring a pop of orange to the back of the kitchen. I always love hanging wreaths on my kitchen door cabinets also, so I had these eucalyptus ones. I tied some ribbon from Michael's that I had from last year on here, and it brings a perfect little pop of color to these dark wooden cabinets. Michael's had so many bows and ribbons to choose from this year, and I think instantly by adding one it makes it feel more festive. But we're going to decorate this space right by my stove here. I'm going to go in with this basket. I typically do use this over here. I love the texture that it brings. And then I did pick up these scallop baskets in the spring, I believe, this year, and I wanted to use them again for fall. I think they're so stunning. And I decided to bring a little pop of orange over here with these gorgeous stems from HomeSense. When I was thrifting recently, I did find a bunch of books and they're perfect for stacking and if you need to bring some height to a space. Isn't this candle warmer so gorgeous with the amber glass? I did pick this up on Prime Days this year and it makes this space feel so cozy and inviting. I have this caramel pumpkin swirl candle from Bath and Body Works and I decided to put this under the candle warmer and it just makes the whole room smell so amazing. I did turn the candle warmer off just because it throws off the color a little bit of the video and I want you to be able to see it really well. But this old vintage book, I believe it was $8. I love the little dog on the front of it. It's so pretty and I really wanted to use a lot of browns in my kitchen. And then I had this pumpkin jar from last year. I cannot wait to add some kind of candy or treats for fall into it. These gorgeous glass beads were a new purchase this year from Michael's. I believe they had them in a mustard color also, but I think they're so stunning. I love the tassels and it brings a little bit of texture to this cozy corner. Moving on to my stove, I have this adorable little wooden beaded riser. I'm going to add this. I always like to have some kind of decor on my stove to break up all the black, and I easily can just move this when I'm cooking, but I decided to layer in another wreath. It's matching the ones that I added to the bar stools, and then I have this gorgeous teal pumpkin. It looks so perfect nestled into that wreath. And then these tea towels were a purchase this year. I love to add new tea towels to my collection every year, and I love the plaid pattern as well as the pumpkins on these. They're so gorgeous. I have quite a few cutting boards and I wanted to use them a lot more in my kitchen this fall. They add so much warmth and depth to a space. This one is so stunning. And then I did go in with a few more of these vintage books I've been collecting while thrifting. I love that green one. And these pumpkin spice tins I've been collecting at Michael's for a few years now. That burnt orange color is so gorgeous and I love how they look next to the cutting board. This little amber glass pumpkin was a purchase last year. I can't really remember where I got it from, but it's one of my favorite pieces and it does match my candle warmer. And I'm going to go in with these pumpkin spice coffee pods. You guys will have to let me know if you've had a pumpkin spice this year yet. I feel like the smell of pumpkin spice brings me so much happiness and comfort, and I have officially had my first one now. While I was shopping the Amazon Prime sale, I came across these gorgeous candles and they are so realistic. They have the drippy wax, they flicker like a real candle. They do take batteries, but I think they're so perfect in the evenings to create a cozy space. And then I did splurge on a new mug this year. I feel like I always like to pick up a few every year and just add it to my collection. This pumpkin spice and everything nice one is perfect. The colors, everything about it, I absolutely love. And this little space turned out so cozy and festive. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what colors you're using for fall and how the weather is where you guys are. It's definitely still quite warm here, but I am really feeling all the autumn vibes and I can't wait for sweater weather and crunchy leaves, and everything about autumn just brings me so much happiness. I did decide to add this cup holder right beside the Keurig maker, and it's just nice. My husband and me like to make a coffee or a hot chocolate, so I thought this would be a cute way to display some of our really pretty fall mugs. Right above my Keurig, I have my teapots and kettles and cream and sugars, and I need to declutter some of my cabinets. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. But I'm going to go in with this bigger basket now and use it in this corner. I had this really pretty plate holder and I wanted to display this gorgeous magnolia table cookbook. That green color is just so gorgeous for this time of year. I'm not sure what these wooden decor pieces are, but they definitely add a rustic touch to the space, which is what I was looking for. I did purchase them from Michael's. I believe it was from their spring or summer collection. You may still be able to find them. And then I had these little pie ramekin dishes. They are so cute. And I love that orange next to the green and the wood tones. And to finish it off, I did decide to add this cute little velvet pumpkin as well as this chocolate brown pitcher. I am loving how cozy and welcoming everything looks, and I feel like fall decor is just so warm and inviting. I think it's all the burnt oranges, which is my absolute favorite color for fall. Let me know yours in the comments. But these are some of the cutting boards I have, and I really wanted to create a space on this back wall and fill them with cutting boards and really layer them. So I decided to start off with these two black ones and just kind of use these on the outside edges, and then I'm going to go in and lay some other gorgeous cutting boards as well as this really pretty hot apple cider sign. This was from Dollar Tree last year and it's probably one of my favorite pieces in my fall collection. This little pumpkin cutting board is too adorable. This was from Walmart last year. They may still have it again this year. And then to bring a little pop of green over here and break up some of the black on this cutting board, I did get this gorgeous leaf from Dollar Tree this year, and they had these in different colors, and they were only $1.50. To make this feel a little bit more like a baking kitchen, I decided to add the rolling pin as well as a slice of pumpkin pie. How perfect for a kitchen. I believe that was from HomeSense last year or the year before, but I'm absolutely loving all the oranges and the textures and colors, and it feels so inviting. I felt like something was missing from this space. Maybe it was some texture. So I did go in with this corn, I think it's like a corn husk type of garland from Michael's. I purchased that this year and I love the color of it. It instantly warmed up the space. And then I did decide to go and layer some twinkle lights in here, and this adds such a cozy ambience to the space. I don't know about you guys, but I do feel a lot safer using flameless lighting options. I don't have to worry when I'm going out that I didn't blow out a candle or shut something off, so it just creates a little bit more peace of mind. When I stepped back though, I did feel like something was missing from above the fridge. I definitely needed to add some kind of decor up there, so I decided to use this basket that I thrifted, and I'm going to first layer in this really pretty green pillow as well as this really cute green tea towel. How pretty is this pumpkin? I love the pattern on it. It's very muted and simple. Then I'm going to add in this pick just to bring in a little bit of dimension. I love how full and fluffy it is. And then I'm also going to layer in a few more of these sweater pumpkins as well as this burnt orange one. And all the textures just work so well together and give a very full and cozy feel. Let me know in the comments if you decorate above your fridge or maybe you don't even have room to do that. I always do now. I feel like it's really bare without having some kind of decor up there. But I'm going to layer in that burnt orange tea towel, and I think the colors all flow together so well in the kitchen. My husband came down and he thought it looked so pretty, so that made me feel really happy. And I'm going to make my first pumpkin spice coffee of the season, and then I'm going to take you around and show you the finished room. I am just so excited with how everything turned out, and it's really inspired me to get the rest of the house decorated for fall as well. Something about the smell of coffee and candles and pumpkins brings back all the cozy feels and memories, and I really feel like making your home a space that you love is the most important. I know for some people my decor might be too much, but for me it brings me so much happiness. It's a perfect amount of decor, and you should really do what brings you happiness in your own home. You guys will have to let me know what your favorite area of my kitchen is, and if you have a favorite decor piece or pieces. Mine is definitely my pumpkin pie pumpkin. It's something that I gravitate toward every year, and it brings me so much happiness. But seeing the whole kitchen together, it just brings me a lot of happiness. I know sometimes you can have a vision in your head, and when it all comes together the way you imagined it would, it's just such a good feeling. I'm so excited to do some baking this fall, and I'm kind of making a list of things that I want to get done and experience and do. I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day that I don't always enjoy all the small things. So I really want to take the time and do all the things that I love this fall and really experience a lot of gratitude for what I do have. So I'm just so grateful also that you guys decide to come and visit with me every week and leave a comment, share my videos. Just all your support truly means so much, and I don't take anything for granted. I am just so grateful for each and every one of you. So I truly hope you've enjoyed today's fall video. I had so much fun making it for you guys, and I truly hope to have lots more fall content coming your way. So until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September.
Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for another week of fall decorating, and in today's video we're going to be decorating the dining room, which is one of my favorite spaces to decorate, especially for fall and Christmas. I feel like it makes the house feel so cozy and welcoming. This is what the dining room looks like right now. I always have lamps and my sconces, and if you missed last week's video, I did decorate my kitchen for fall. I love how it turned out, and I will leave that link in my description box just in case you missed it or want to re-watch it. But we're going to start off by making a really cozy pumpkin spice coffee, and then we're going to get right into the decorating. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you have started your fall decorating. I know everyone kind of decorates at their own speed and pace, and I love that. For me, I'm so excited to get right into it, and having the kitchen done just makes me want to do my other rooms even more. But we're going to start off by decorating my hutch here. I did buy this secondhand. It was refinished, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to go in with this really pretty wreath. It's like a eucalyptus wreath. I love the soft green, and I think it's just going to tie the room in together. I always love to have a wreath or some kind of little swag above my mirror. Next, I have this really pretty ribbon. I got it from Michael's last year. I'm not sure if they have it again this year, but it's in a really pretty burnt orange and white striping, and it just matches my aesthetic perfectly. Burnt orange is probably my favorite color to use for fall, and I thought I could just make these sconces look a little bit more festive. I was debating whether to use a wreath or some ribbon, but I love how the ribbon turned out. I just like to crinkle mine. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more fancier than if I don't, and a little bit more put together. So I did spend some time just kind of crinkling the ribbon, and I love how this looks on the sconces. It definitely gives a very fall feel to the space, and adding ribbon is such an easy way to kind of spruce up your decor, and it's also usually very inexpensive. Next, I'm going to use this gorgeous riser. I did get this from Michael's also. I love the distressing on it and the little feet. Risers are so perfect to have in your decor stash when you want to add a little bit of height. And I have this really pretty "Great is Thy Faithfulness" sign. I love it. This song is so beautiful if you've never heard of it. And I thought it would look so gorgeous displayed in my dining room for fall. This plate spoke to me the moment I seen it at the thrift store. It was under $5. I think it's called The Perfect Day. It's a cozy cabin in the woods in the evening, and everything about it just makes me think of fall and just the beauty that fall brings with the trees. Everything about it is so gorgeous. And then I did get a candle from Michael's also. They had buy one get one free. This is a pumpkin streusel, and it made the whole house smell amazing. I really love to burn candles, especially in the fall and winter. They add such a cozy feel to the space, and I love using matches. I feel like they make it a little bit more magical. Lighting a match, it just feels very cozy. I picked up these matches. I've had them for a while now from HomeSense, and they've lasted forever, but I love the cozy ambiance this brings to the hutch. I went down to my decor stash and I was trying to figure out what else I could add to this hutch, and I had these really pretty corn stalks. I think that's what they are, or wheat stalks. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. But I purchased these last year. I think they're around $20 each. And then I have this gorgeous Ashland pre-lit branch garland with these really pretty amber colors. This is from Michael's this year, and I fell in love with this. I thought it was so pretty, and the glow of the amber lights would just be extra gorgeous in the evenings. So I kind of fluffed this out, and I really wanted to make it feel full and place this on my buffet. And we're going to trust the process. It looks a little bit straggly right now, but we're going to add to it and make it look really gorgeous. I did want to show you guys that these lights come with different settings, so you can make these lights just be steady on or flash or twinkle. I absolutely love that about them. It just makes it kind of fun, and it really does cozy up the space, especially at night. I feel like that's when everything just looks so magical and beautiful. So I have this foliage. I picked this up from the Dublin Mercantile. It does have some soft hints of orange in here, which is so perfect for the fall season. I felt like this branch just needed some softness, and I love the fact that it almost looks like a pumpkin patch vine. It really is so pretty, and as I was starting to lay this, it's so nice when your vision in your head starts to kind of display on your piece that you're decorating. And I'm just kind of taking the time to really intertwine this. I tucked the branches kind of underneath the riser so you couldn't see it from the greenery, but I really feel like layering adds so much dimension and makes a really big statement when you're decorating. I think this looks so pretty as is, and I definitely could have left it like this, but I wanted to go in and add a few more pieces. It felt a little bit bare, and I'm someone who loves to use pumpkins. I cannot have enough pumpkins. You guys will have to let me know if you're the same. So I had these really pretty pumpkin picks. Again, these are from Michael's last year, but they may have them again this year. So I just went in and started tucking these picks in, and I love the pop of orange that they bring. I feel like I don't see as many people adding big garlands to their spaces in the fall. I see it a lot at Christmas, but maybe not so much at fall. But I really feel like it's such a perfect time of year to kind of go overboard with your decor if that's what you like to do. I definitely like more decor this time of year. And I think the addition of all the pieces really are so pleasing to the eye. It's very simple. Anyone could do this kind of decorating, but it just is so visually pleasing, at least in my opinion. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments. Right beside my buffet, I do have this basket. I love to keep this here and kind of just switch up the blankets that I use in it. So I do have this really pretty cream one. I'm going to drape that on the basket, and I have a bunch of slippers in that basket. It's kind of the perfect little hiding space for them. And then I was looking in my decor stash trying to figure out what I could add, and I had these really pretty lanterns. They're from Cozines. I love that they flicker, just super cozy, and Holstein looked so adorable. He was kind of just helping me decorate today, and he was hoping to get a treat, so I did go and get him a Baby Bell. I give him a little bit of cheese every once in a while, and he is addicted to the Baby Bells. You guys will have to let me know if your dogs have ever had them, but he absolutely loves cheese. I am going to decorate my blanket ladder. I thought I would add this really pretty burnt orange Rae Dunn blanket that I had, and I think adding cozy blankets really makes a space feel so welcoming. I love that this blanket pulls the orange from the pumpkins and the candle on my buffet. But we're going to move over to the table now. I got this gorgeous table runner this year from HomeSense. I'm really loving that soft green, and I really did want to incorporate that more into my fall decor this year. And then I did have this burnt orange table runner that I used last year, and I thought it would be so pretty and kind of different to just layer these, and I did go in and kind of just bunch it up. I wanted to look somewhat messy, and we're going to add some beautiful decor to the top of this. I have another little riser. This one's in a dark wooden color, and I did want to bring a little bit of height to the table, but not too much. I want to be able to see my guests if we're sitting at the table. So I did bring in a wispy little wreath. I used quite a few of these in the kitchen on the back of my bar stools. And then this pumpkin has such a unique shape. I also love the soft peach color, and I also wanted to add a little bit of contrast by going in with this soft velvet one as well. I'm going to use these gold candlesticks. I use these a lot at Christmas, but I think they add so much warmth to the space for fall. And I love how they look against that burnt orange. And these candles I ordered this year from Amazon, and they look so realistic. They flicker, they have the dripping wax. They do come with a remote and a timer, so they look so perfect on the dining room table. I love these little acorns, and I think they're just so perfect for the fall. I decided to layer in these also. I wanted to keep the tablescape somewhat simple, but also very elegant, and I think they add the perfect touch. When I was going through my bins of fall stuff, I did find these leaves, and I was trying to think of ways that I could use them, and I thought they would be so perfect just added to this display here. They add such a pretty touch of whimsy to it, which I love, and I love how simple this is, but it also looks very festive, and if we do decide to host, I think it'll be really pretty. I was out shopping this year, and I was telling myself I do not need to buy any more fall items. I have so much. But I could not resist these pumpkin placemats. They're so gorgeous. They're so light and airy. And I got a pack of 6, I think, for $16.99, which is such a great price. So I could not resist getting them, even though I really knew I didn't need them. I think the placemats add the perfect touch and really bring in the gold from the candlesticks. I did have these leaf plates. I've had them for quite a few years now, and I love using that teal color with the burnt orange. It's probably my favorite color combination. So I thought I would just reuse these again, even though I've used them quite a few years now. And I think it really does tie in everything together so nicely. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you make tablescapes for your home. I know they're not practical for everyone, especially if you sit at your table every night, but we don't, so that's why I can decorate like this. We don't have kids, and we usually sit up in our loft in the evenings and eat up there, so I'm able to do this, but I completely understand if you can. It's just to give you some ideas for your own space. But we're going to decorate this little side table now I have, and I'm going to start off by using this gorgeous wooden vase. I've had this for quite a few years now, and I love the contrast of the dark brown against the cream. I was debating what florals to use in this vase, but then I remembered I had these ones from last year. I purchased them from Michael's. I'm not sure what they're called, but I did see them again there this year, and I love just the whimsical look. They're very wild looking that they bring to this space. To bring in a little bit of light to this corner, I'm going to add a candle, and then my sweet sister got me this pumpkin from Michael's this year for my birthday on August 9th, and I think it's so stunning. I did purchase this really pretty print when I was shopping at a boutique store in Bayfield, Ontario this summer, and I love the colors, and I thought it would be so perfect for this little corner for fall. I can't believe that we're almost in September, friends. It's so hard to believe how fast summer is going by, but I love how this room came together. I'm going to show you some shots of how it looks in the evening with all the lights off. I think it's so cozy. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. And I did want to mention one of my sweet friends' channels. Her channel is called Enhanced Seasons with Karen. I will leave a link to her fall videos in my description box. But if you've never watched her channel before, you guys will absolutely love her. She's a beautiful person inside and out, and her channel always gives me so much motivation. So I can't wait for you guys to check her out. Send her a comment and show her lots of love and let her know that I sent you. I really hope you've enjoyed watching today. I had so much fun making this video, and I always enjoy catching up with each and every one of you in the comments. It's definitely the highlight of my week to be able to chat with you all and catch up. It really makes me so happy that you take the time to send me a comment or even leave a like or share this video. It truly means so much to me, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So friends, until the next video, take care and God bless.
I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow.
Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for another week of fall decorating. Today we're going to be focusing on decorating the living room. I've already decorated the kitchen and the dining room, and I will link those videos in my description box in case you miss seeing them. But I'm super excited to decorate this space and make it feel really cozy and welcoming for the fall season. I thought I would just share a little overview of the space before I do get into the decorating, and I always love to start on my mantle. I recently purchased this mirror on the mantle as well as these really pretty lamps, and I've never had lamps on my mantle, so I'm excited to see how they look for fall and winter. And then to bring a little bit of color to my mirror, I'm going to go in with this really pretty wreath. I love how wispy it is. It almost has little pods on it. I just think it's so gorgeous and perfect for fall. I'm really loving how gold looks against that burnt orange color for fall. So I did have these really pretty candlesticks. I love them. I've been collecting the gold candlesticks for a while now from HomeSense. And then I had these really pretty candles. I wanted to keep it kind of simple on the mantle this year. So I had this really cute acorn garland. I love the pattern on it and the simplicity. And I thought this would be so stunning on the mantle. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you have a fireplace mantle and if you like to decorate it seasonally. I always look forward to decorating this space. But now I have this corn husk garland. I actually got that this year from Michael's, and the color matches so perfectly with the wreath, and I really wanted to kind of layer in a few garlands. I also had this really pretty teal berry one that I got from Jillian's, and I thought it would just add a little bit of a whimsical touch to kind of string this in also. I think part of the fun for me with decorating is just being creative. I really enjoy trying new things and switching up my decor in different spaces each year. I really didn't buy that much fall decor this year. I used a lot of things that I already had, but I think this garland layered looks so pretty. It's very simple, but very elegant and feels so cozy. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so moving over to the bookshelves, I really wanted to make these feel full and almost make it feel like you were in a library, lots of books and warm colors. I love this rattan pumpkin. I actually got this last year at Michael's and I think it's so pretty. And then these little mushrooms, the larger one is from HomeSense, the small one is from Dollar Tree, and I did pick these up last year, but I thought they would be so adorable on my bookshelf. I think I've mentioned this in previous videos that I'm not a huge fan of mushroom decor, but I think it is cute in small doses, and sometimes it's easy to just decorate in all pumpkins, so the mushrooms kind of give you some variety. But I'm going to go in with this really pretty box now. It has a leather strap on the front. I think it's so pretty. And then I have this adorable little squirrel. I love adding little touches of nature, so I think he's so precious. This pumpkin was actually from Dollar Tree, and it's one of my favorites. I have a ton of them. And then I had this cute little basket that I got while thrifting, and I thought it would be so cute to kind of place it on the shelf, almost like he's putting his little nut in his basket. When I was out thrifting recently, I found a ton of books for 50 cents at a thrift store, and I was really trying to find black, brown, orange, tans, creams, and greens, and I was envisioning stacking them all over my bookshelves. So I just took the covers off of them, and I kind of want to just place them all over my bookshelves. I think they look so pretty, and when you thrift, you can find such great deals, and it's really inexpensive and adds a really warm, cozy feel. Over the years, I've been collecting a lot of these flameless flickering candles. I really wanted to add a lot to my bookshelves. They bring so much warmth, and then just layering in more and more of these books. As I continue to thrift, I'm sure I'll add even more. But one of my favorite things to do is to get a coffee, go to a bookstore. It's so fun to just browse, and I wanted to bring that cozy feeling to our living room. I went downstairs to my decor stash and I actually have two of these gorgeous vases. They're from Michael's. I love to buy my decor in sets of two, especially decor that I know I want to use on my bookshelves. I love a symmetrical look. And then I have this really pretty leaf pick. I love that it ties in super well with the garland as well as the wreath on the mantle. I can't believe that we're almost in September. I am so excited. I feel like so many of the stores around me are bringing out their pumpkins and mums. I can't believe it's that time of year already. It's almost the long weekend, and then it kind of feels like summer's over and fall's starting. So lots to look forward to. I'm super excited for corn mazes and pumpkin patches. Let me know in the comments what you're most looking forward to this fall. I first decorated with this paper plate holder in the spring, and I didn't know that's what it was at the time, but you guys let me know, and I really like the warmth that it brings to this white bookshelf. So I layered that in and then added this really pretty pumpkin, as well as another one of my Dollar Tree pumpkins. I love the color of these ones, and I think the quality is amazing for only $1.25. I love how this bookcase turned out. I think it's so pretty, and I can't wait to kind of add little trinkets or pieces that I find while thrifting this fall. But that's part of the fun of decorating. You can add or take away, switch things up, and it just makes things feel so fresh and new.
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. Since I was a little child, every year for as long as I remember, all the leaves were running wild, going all the way until November. Turn the world around us into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. I wonder where they're going, the flight of swallows sailing through the sky. There's no way of knowing, but maybe someplace far from you and I. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days September. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low. Dancing through the last days of September. Dancing through the last days of September.
I'm so glad I caught this on camera because as soon as I'm decorating and I place a pillow down, Holstein always comes and sits on them. I think it's so adorable. He loves to be on all the comfy, cozy cushions, and I let him. It's definitely his house, so he's allowed to sit wherever he wants. But I thought this was so cute, this pumpkin pillow. It matched his fur so perfectly, and he looked so cute, kind of just nestled in all the pillows. I would love for you guys to leave me a comment and let me know if you do have a pet. I know a lot of you have shared that before, but I would love to know their name and what kind of breed they are. I feel like animals are such a blessing and they bring so much joy and happiness to a home, and it's just so cute to see kind of what they get up to and all their little mischievous ways. So if you have any cute little stories, leave those in the comments also. Moving over to this little side table that I have here, I love to decorate this seasonally also. I have this really pretty distressed picture. I got this from Michael's a few years ago, I believe. And then I have these gorgeous pumpkin stems. I love the color of these. They're really wispy and pretty. And to that, I have this faux leather pumpkin. This is very unique. I haven't seen a lot of these leather pumpkins. And then to bring a little bit of ambience to this corner, we're going to add a candle. I would love for you guys to leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite fall movie is. Mine is definitely Anne of Green Gables. I watched that at least twice, probably even more, because I think it's such a good movie and perfect for the fall season. But let me know if you have any other recommendations. I'm going in and adding more throw pillows and blankets to my couch. Definitely essential for this time of the year. And then I had this really pretty Hello Fall sign. I thought it would look perfect just to kind of fill up this wall. I really love how this room came together. I'm going to show you a clip of everything with all the lights off and just the candles and the fireplace on. But I'm so grateful that you decided to stop by and spend some time with us. So until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.
Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right. Lost in the shadows of a million stars. Shouldn't they enlighten my near and far? Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are? Send a prayer if I'm out of luck. Send a little love and I'll make it back. Send me a letter and a bottle of wine, telling me I will be fine. Baby, I'm stuck with a halfway heart. Slip away if I come too far. Pick me up when I'm in pieces. Oh, that halfway heart of mine is a rolling stone. Make me roll right home. Halfway hard, halfway hard. Sing to me if I lose my voice. Set a better route if I lose my course.
They were in high school when they met, and things got kinda awkward. With sparks in the air, he would stare at her in class, and she would try to act cool. But it was obvious, like, ooh, they would be together, ooh. And one day she said, write me a love song, 'cause I know you'll make it beautiful. And maybe I'll call you my sweetheart, and promise nobody can steal me away. Then I am yours, 'cause I want you, and I wanted you to know. He looked at her and then he smiled, picked up a pen and paper, and started writing. Probably something about her eyes and how they're always shining, or something cliche like, ooh, baby, I only want you. It's true. And then he said, I wrote you a love song, and I tried to make it beautiful. It's a song about your sweet, sweetheart, and how nobody can steal me away. Yeah, I am yours, 'cause I want you, and I wanted you to know. As he sang, she started to dance, grabbed his arm and took his hand. He held her close under the moonlight as they kept on dancing. And now they're singing their love song, and they sing it kind of beautiful, calling each other sweetheart. I promise nobody can get in their way or steal the show. They're in love now, and I wanted you to know.
Stands by the window, stares at the morning sun. She hopes for a clear view before the day is done. What can you do when you're head over heels in love? No need to fight, but it's keeping her up all through the night. Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase it, puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September.
Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for today's fall decorating video, and today we're decorating the porch for fall 2024. I cannot believe it, but I am so excited to bring you along. I'm using lots of gorgeous burgundy colors as well as those really rich oranges, and I think the combination just says fall. I love all the pumpkins. I did decide to go with some stacking pumpkins this year, and I think they're so unique and pretty. I love that you can kind of layer them on top of each other, and I'm excited to show you how those turn out on the porch. As well, I have lots of straw and hay bales, as well as some of this gorgeous broom corn. I've shared this before on my channel, but I think it's so elegant and pretty, and the colors definitely say fall. You guys will have to let me know if you've decorated your porches for fall. I also have some of these really cute pumpkin picks, as well as these gorgeous bows and this really sweet red wagon. And then of course I do have my corn stalks here. I cannot wait to tie these on to my posts on the front porch. I love how they look. And I was watching Karen's channel, Enhance the Seasons with Karen, and she was showing how when you do your corn stalks, you can just peel back some of the husks and it shows the corn, and I thought that was such a smart idea. So thank you so much for the tip, Karen. I'm gonna pull a little bit more of these apart, and I think this is gonna make such a difference. So of course I have my little helper Holstein here. He's wearing his sweet little bandana from my sister that says attention seeker. And if you guys do follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that Holstein did have surgery on Friday. It was just a deep cleaning, but he did have to be put to sleep for that. You can see how they shaved his little arm there. And they thankfully did not have to do any extractions. It was just a really deep cleaning. And then they thought they might have to do surgery on his eye. He almost has a little cyst, but we're just going to keep an eye on it. He did not have to have anything done, and he's doing so well. So thank you for all your prayers. So I did go and remove all my summer decor. It was a little bittersweet getting rid of all the flowers, but to be honest, a lot of them were dead anyways from the heat that we've had. I'm gonna lay this gorgeous rug down. I love the brown with the black trim. I think it's so gorgeous and definitely gives a fall feel to the porch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add back my little bistro set here. I've had this for quite a few years, but the size is just perfect for the front porch, and me and my husband love to come out here and sit, as well as Holstein. This is more so his little seat, and as you can see, as soon as I put his chair there, he was ready to hop on. He loves to kind of watch the whole neighborhood and just sit here, and I think it's absolutely adorable. Next, I'm going to drape this cozy blanket on this chair. I like to make it as soft and comfortable for Holstein as possible. I know he loves sitting here, and it brings me so much joy just sitting on the balcony with him and just seeing his excitement. But next, I'm going to add these really pretty velvet pillows here. I love that pop of color that they bring to this gray set, and I think the gray and orange is just such a gorgeous color combination. Of course, I had to stop and give Holstein some cuddles and scratches. Let me know if you guys get distracted by your pets when you're trying to do stuff around the house. But next I have this gorgeous crock. I filled it with this burgundy mum, and I think it's so stunning. I wanted to add a little hay bale here and then a few various little pumpkins that I did pick up from the pumpkin patch. I thought this green and orange pumpkin was so stunning and different. I love the shape of it as well as the colors. I didn't want to cover that design on the crock though, so I just kind of scooched them over. And I love how this little area turned out. It's very simple, but the perfect spot to have a coffee. And then I have this really rustic old ladder. I think it was found on the side of the road, to be honest. I think that's where I found it, but I love it. It looks very distressed and almost vintage-like. So I love to add this to my fall front porch. I started off by adding a little hay bale to the top of it, and then I decided to add a few little pumpkins also. I don't know about you guys, but I find the little pumpkins and gourds so sweet. I love to add these, and they're usually really inexpensive, but they add such a sweet little touch to your fall decor. I'm really loving how this area is looking. It looks so festive already. And then I have this gorgeous wreath. I got this from Michael's a few years ago. I love the bow and the softer muted colors. So I thought I would switch it up and use this wreath this year. Typically I have a really large multicolored wreath, but I wanted to go with something a little bit more muted, and I think this pairs so well, and I love the simplicity of it. I am going to reuse this doormat that I got last year. It says thankful. I love the handwriting on it. It's in perfect condition, so I thought, why not use it again? And then on either side of the door, I'm going to add these really gorgeous mums. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what your favorite color of mums are to add for fall. I definitely love the darker colors. And then I have some of these gorgeous straw bales. I think they're so pretty. I love the round shape of them. I thought they were so unique. I did purchase these. I believe they were 2 for $12. And I thought I would just kind of prop them up against the door. And I think against the mums, they add such a pretty little fall touch. And then these pumpkins I've used probably for the last 4 years. They were from Dollar Tree and I absolutely love them. They're definitely getting a little faded, but I think they're so pretty and I just can't part with them. I absolutely love this pumpkin. I love almost like the raffia hanging from it just naturally. I think it's so gorgeous. And then I had this really kind of warty looking gourd that I wanted to add. I think the combination of the dark orange with that more muted orange is so gorgeous. And against that brown mum, I think it's so stunning. Last year I used some big apple baskets to put my mums in, but this year I decided to switch it up and maybe not use them just because it creates a little bit more space by the door. And then I got my husband to add that big hay bale, and I have this gorgeous little wagon. I think it was from a garage sale. I love how rusty and worn it is, just so perfect and cute for a fall front porch. And I love this because I can also use it at Christmas, so it's definitely dual purpose. To me, there's something about a little wagon on a porch that feels very nostalgic. I don't know, I think it's such a gorgeous look. And then I'm going to layer in another little mini hay bale right in the wagon, and that looks so adorable. I think it's so perfect for fall. I decided to add a little orange pie pumpkin to the top of this hay bale. And then I remembered I had these cute little scarecrows. I think they're so adorable. I know scarecrows aren't everybody's cup of tea, but I think they look so cute, just kind of layered on these straw bales. I believe I purchased these ones at Walmart last year, but I think they add an adorable touch. I really never use them before in my decorating, but there's only so many pumpkins and mums that you can use. So I thought that was a cute little addition by adding those, and I'm loving all these rich colors. It's making me so happy just seeing how everything's coming together, and truly it is such a fun time to decorate for. I'm going to go in with this little footrest. I purchased that from a garage sale, I think for under $10. And then I did get this blanket this year. It's probably the only kind of decor piece I bought for the front porch. And I love this. It's going to be gorgeous at Christmas also. So again, it's kind of fun when you buy things that you know you can use multiple seasons. And I believe it was $34.99 from HomeSense. We're going to add some of these corn stalks now to our pillars, and to attach them, I just use some twine that I get from the dollar store, nothing expensive. And once those are kind of set up, I'm just going to pull back a few pieces of these corn, and I love the pop of yellow. It's such a pretty touch, and I'm so glad I learned that. That's why it's so fun to watch decorating channels, because you see things that you might never have thought of on your own. So I find so much inspiration watching a lot of YouTube channels. I just love it. But I'm going to tuck in this corn now, this broom corn, and I love the addition of that. And then to bring a little pop of color, I'm going to add these gorgeous bows that I got from Michael's. I did want to show a little glimpse of all the bows they had here in Canada. Everything's 60% off, and they had so many pretty bows to choose from. I was debating on getting either this bow or this one. I love the white pumpkins and the green, but I ultimately went with the bow I went with just because I thought it might hide dirt a little bit more, and the pop of orange is so stunning. There's so much to look forward to in the fall. I've really been enjoying going on long walks and drives in the country and seeing all the trees change color. That always brings me so much joy, just the small things. And I love the colors of fall. I truly think fall is the most gorgeous season. And I'm really trying to soak it all in because I cannot believe it's already almost the middle of September. I don't know where time is going, but I really hope it slows down. And little Holstein's just having a great little nap here. I thought it was so sweet. It's so warm out. He's probably enjoying the sun. It just put him to sleep. But I love the look. And now I did add these two planters. I got those from Canadian Tire, and these mums are huge. These are from Costco. I think they are around $15 each, but they are massive. I almost couldn't even lift these into these potters because they were so big, but I thought they were such a great deal, and they're going to look so gorgeous once they fully bloom. I like to buy my mums when a lot of them aren't open, just because you can really enjoy them for a lot longer. Once they bloom, they don't live too much longer. So if you do purchase them kind of not in bloom, you get to enjoy them a lot longer. So I have my stacking pumpkins here. This one is so gorgeous. Again, I love that green and orange combo. And to it, I'm going to add this white one and then this gorgeous green one. And I think this is so pretty. I love the look of the stacked pumpkins. I think I got all three for $18, so they were definitely a little bit more pricey, but I think the look is so stunning. And a lot of these pumpkins I give to my sister, and she ends up baking them and making dog treats. So we do try to repurpose these pumpkins, or I'll give them to a farm so animals can eat them. I really don't let them go to waste. But I'm going to add some of these really big orange pumpkins here now, and then I thought it would be really cute to add some of the smaller pumpkins around it. I love white pumpkins, but I do find that from the sun they tend to go more yellowy pretty fast. You guys will have to let me know if you have any tips and tricks to keep them white. I really don't want to add chemicals just because if an animal were to eat something, I wouldn't want them to get sick. Even though we really don't have any critters that come onto the porch, we do have squirrels around, but I've never had them really eat any of my pumpkins. But if you do have any tips or tricks, let me know in the comments. And then I'm going to go in with these adorable little squashes. I love the color on these, and all the oranges are so gorgeous. I typically use a lot more mums, but this year I really wanted to use a lot of pumpkins and gourds in all different colors and shapes. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching today. I'm so happy you decided to stop by, and leave me a comment in the comment section if you enjoyed today's video and what your favorite part of the porch decor was. Again, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and you truly mean so much to me. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. Since I was a little child, every year for as long as I remember, all the leaves were on it.
Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for another video. Today I thought I would share my 2024 fall home tour. I'm so excited to share how it all came together. I thought we would start off on the porch, and I'm going to start by showing all these gorgeous pumpkins. I really wanted to embrace the traditional fall colors this year, especially on the porch. So I did go with a lot of burgundies and oranges, and to me those colors really just say autumn. These gorgeous mums were from Costco. I think they were under $15 and they are huge. And then I added some corn stalks, broom corn, and this gorgeous ribbon from Michaels on my posts here. And I love that pop of burnt orange and plaid. And then you can see my sweet little helper Holstein. He's sitting on the chair. This is definitely his spot on the porch, and I think he looks so adorable just supervising. A lot of you have asked before what breed Holstein is. He's a mix between a Shih Tzu, a Bichon Frise, and a Poodle, and he's just the absolute sweetest. On my table, I did keep it quite simple. I have this very French country looking flower pot, and I added this gorgeous burgundy mum to it, a cute little hay bale, and some pumpkins surrounding it. And I absolutely love the color of the more muted orange pumpkins. They look very soft and pretty. On my chairs, I added some velvet, kind of burnt orange pillows, and then I have this gorgeous burgundy blanket that I can easily transition into Christmas. I do have this really old antique looking ladder propped up on the porch that I've added some pumpkins to. It looks very chippy and distressed and worn out, which I absolutely love, and it does bring a little bit of warmth to the porch. And then my wreath is from Michaels. I got this a few years ago, but I love that it ties into the corn stalks and the hay bales. I do find that the hay bales or straw, I always get it wrong when I'm saying it, make a mess, but I feel like it looks so perfect for fall. I really like the look of messy straw, and I also love leaves on my lawn. I really don't have a lot of mature trees, so I don't get many, but there's something about fall when you smell the leaves and you hear the crunch. I think it's so gorgeous. You'll have to let me know if you feel the same, or if you're someone, as soon as a leaf is on your lawn, you want to sweep it up. This little display turned out so adorable with a little red wagon, my scarecrows and pumpkins and hay bales. I think it's so perfect for the fall season. And I did want to show you guys my gorgeous Rose of Sharon plant. I actually transplanted this in the summer and I wasn't sure how well it would do, but it survived and it's thriving. It looks so gorgeous and I absolutely love how the porch came together. And I thought it would be really fun to do a nighttime tour of our home. So I'd love to welcome you in, and I want to show you how everything looks with the ambiance of all the lights. So grab a cozy drink and let's get started. So walking in our front entry, the first thing you see is my little table here. This was my mom's. I've mentioned that before, and it's one of my favorite things. It reminds me of her. We had it in our house growing up, so it's super nostalgic. I did keep it very simple on this table this year. I added this thrifted pitcher. I love the pops of blue and the apples on it. And then I did add some sweet little pumpkins and this gorgeous bronze leaf. I always like to add a little something under this table, so I have these wicker baskets. I think they bring in a lot of warmth and coziness. I did add some burnt orange pillows and a little tea towel. And then I do have this farmhouse stool right beside this table. I got this from Michael's, and I filled it with a little straw bale and some corn and pumpkins, and I love the contrast of the burnt orange against the white and the wicker basket. I do love to add seasonal decor touches to my coat rack here. I did add some gorgeous fall stems. I love the colors of this one, and then I hung up one of my jean jackets as well as a cozy scarf. Right by our front door, I do have this bench here. I added some pillows and cozy pumpkins. I had a wreath on this really pretty metal and wood kind of pitcher, but I ended up moving that wreath to the front door and I haven't replaced it with anything, so I do need to do that. And on our powder room door this year, I did buy this wreath. I really fell in love with that dark burgundy color, and I feel like it really pops on the door. I don't think I've showed you guys my powder room when I was decorating this year, so I thought I would show you what it looks like all completed. I love to add seasonal touches in here just to tie it in with the rest of the house, and this is the bathroom that our guests would use when they come over. So on the top here, I added a really pretty basket with a light up pumpkin, and then I got this cute little sign from the Dublin Mercantile and added even more pumpkins around it. I definitely love to decorate the top of this, but I generally keep it quite simple and minimal in here just because it is a smaller space. And then right by the sink, I decided to add some pops of color for the fall. I absolutely love that burnt orange color. I have my beautiful hand soap here from Bath and Body Works, and then I added in some fall leaves and this cute little welcome to our nest sign. I really love to buy seasonal hand towels. I got this one this year from HomeSense with the leaves on it. And then I do have this little book basket in the bathroom, and I have one of my Anne of Green Gables books in here. I thought it was perfect for this time of year, and it adds a little touch of burgundy. Right when you come out of the bathroom, I do have this gorgeous picture. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers, which is from Anne of Green Gables. And this little three-tiered stand was so fun to decorate. I love that flickering candle. I get them off Amazon, and they truly add so much ambience to the home. They look so realistic, and they're actually fairly inexpensive on Amazon. And I did add a lot of pumpkins to this display as well as my hunter boots. When I was decorating this front entryway, I was really trying to make it feel welcoming and homey and cozy. So I really hope it invokes all those feelings. I would love to know what you guys think of this space. But we're going to move down the hall now. I do have my hall table here, and I love to add decor on this seasonally as well. I kept it quite simple with a vase with some stems, a little washboard, a candle, and then I love this little gorgeous leaf plate that we can place our keys on when we come home. Sometimes when I want to keep my decor a little bit simpler, I'll just add pillows to the bottom of a cabinet or a display. And I do have this cute little stool. I added this dog to it. It's a concrete little puppy. I think it's so adorable. I might actually add a pumpkin beside him. I think that would be so cute. And then this is a door leading to our basement, which is basically my storage room. I did add this really pretty wreath, and now we're going to head into our main living space. Our home is very open concept on the main level. It's basically one big room with our living room, dining room, and kitchen, which is so nice if you're hosting or, you just have people over. You feel like you can be in the kitchen and still chat. So I love that about our home, and I really try to make everything feel cohesive just because it is basically one big room. And I find the best way to do that is using a lot of the same color schemes. It just makes everything blend together really well. But I thought we would start off in the living room. When I was decorating, I was almost envisioning an academia look, almost like a library space where you could come to and cozy up by the fireplace and read a book. I wanted it to feel really welcoming and the colors to be warm and inviting, and I thought the burnt orange of this wreath was so perfect. I did purchase these lamps this year, and I love the shape of the lampshades. And then I did layer in 3 garlands on the mantle, and I think the little acorn one is my favorite. Moving over to my bookshelves, I did want them to feel full but not too full. I added this really pretty basket to the top, and then I had some pumpkins and mushrooms here. I've been trying to thrift more books, but I buy them when I see them. I don't want to spend a ton of money, so I try to get them when they're 50 cents each and kind of just add them to my bookshelves as I find them. I love this sweet little squirrel that I have here. I placed a little basket underneath him so it looks like he's putting his nuts in it. I think it's so cute. And then I just layered in a lot of candles. I love the addition of the baskets. They bring a lot of warmth and dimension to the space. And then the glow of the candles looks so gorgeous in the evening. I would love to know in the comments if you're reading any good fall books or have any fall book recommendations. I think it's so fun to read books and watch movies that correspond to the season that you're in. It really helps you embrace it. I did keep my second bookshelf very similar to the first one I showed, and I think it does look really cohesive and cozy. On this back wall here, I did add some straw hats, and then on the couch, I added lots of cozy blankets and pillows. I want it to be really comfy when you sit down to read a book. In this back corner, I added this really gorgeous picture with some stems, a leather pumpkin, and another one of my gorgeous flickering flameless candles. On my ottoman, I did add this gorgeous textured tray. I love the candles on it. This huge pumpkin candle was from the Dublin Mercantile. I believe it's buttered maple pancakes. It makes the whole house smell so amazing. On this other wall in the living room, I have this Hello Fall sign, and then to my other couch, I added more pillows and blankets. And this is actually a sectional. I ended up splitting it in 2. I feel like it makes the room a lot more open, but I'm deciding if I want to keep the sectional or sell it and get 2 couches. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. The dining room is one of my favorite spaces that I decorated this year. I love the use of all the candles. These lanterns are so pretty on the floor. I think the buffet is my favorite space, so it was so fun to create and decorate this area. I always really enjoy decorating it, but this year I think it turned out so pretty. For every season, I tend to buy a few new decor pieces. This year, I really didn't buy too much, but one of my favorite finds is this very whimsical garland that I got from Michael's. I think it was under $20, and it twinkles. It's so gorgeous. I layered some pumpkins into it, and then I also love this Great Is Thy Faithfulness hymn. I think it's so perfect for this time of year. This sweet little plate was from the thrift store. I think it was only a few dollars, and it just says fall with the smoke coming out of the chimney, all the gorgeous colors. In the back corner here, I do have a blanket ladder, and I draped one of my burnt orange blankets on it. Moving over to my table setting, I had so much fun putting this together, and it's one of my favorites that I've done in a while. The colors are so beautiful. I love that burnt orange with the gold and the kind of teal color. I did add some acorns and leaves. I really wanted it to feel very fall-like, and these placemats were another really fun purchase this year. I think I got 6 or 8 in a pack for less than $20, which I thought was such a great deal. In the back corner here by the door, I added this wooden vase, a candle, and then this adorable little pumpkin that my sister got me for my birthday from Michael's. I really can't believe that it's almost the end of September. I feel like fall just started, but it feels like it's already almost over. I'm really trying to savor every minute of it. It is my favorite season. I enjoy everything about it. I've been going to pumpkin patches. I'm hoping to go apple picking and to a corn maze. Let me know if you've done any fall activities and what they are. Moving into the kitchen, I did decorate my bar stools with these really wispy, whimsical wreaths. I love them, and I always have the best time decorating my island. I made this beautiful vignette, and I noticed there was an Easter egg on here, and then I remembered my brother's kids were over. They love to play with them, and then I think Holstein was playing with it, so I set it on this tray, and I completely forgot about it, so I thought that was so funny. I'm mixing Easter and fall here. But moving on to the island, I love these plates. They were from Michael's, and the chargers, I believe, were from the Dollar Tree. By the sink, I have my Bath and Body Works soap, a candle, and this little scrub brush. And then I added this gorgeous pumpkin patch sign above my microwave. I did have a different sign here, but I decided to switch it out, and I love this one so much more. I love this cozy corner right by my stove. I got this candle warmer this year, and I'm so happy I decided to buy it. If you've never used a candle warmer, they're so great because you don't have to use a flame, and they actually seem to last longer, and they make the whole house smell so amazing. This one I did get from Amazon. And then moving to my stove, I have this adorable little riser with a wreath and this really pretty pumpkin. I do love to have tea towels or hand towels, I'm not sure what everyone likes to call them, hanging on my stove. I thought these Argyle pumpkin ones were so pretty. And then I do love how this area turned out by my Keurig. All of the burnt oranges and greens and wood tones really make it feel cozy, and it's so nice to come here in the morning and make a coffee. These little pumpkin spice tins I've been collecting from Michael's, and they're so fun to put treats in or coffee pods. A lot of you have asked where these scallop trays are from. I believe I got them from HomeSense or Winners, which is basically like a TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They are so versatile. I think I'll probably even use them into the Christmas season. And then on this back wall in my kitchen, I love how I decided to layer all these cutting boards. I think they add so much warmth and dimension. My black ones, my wood ones, and my sweet little pumpkin one. And this hot apple cider sign, I got this from Dollar Tree a few years ago, and it is one of my absolute favorite signs. It looks so high-end and gorgeous. And then I did add this cute little wooden pumpkin slice. I would love to know in the comments if you baked anything yummy for the fall season. I got this pumpkin cobbler recipe from my friend Mindy on here, who's also a subscriber, and I've been meaning to make it. I just haven't had the time yet, and I'm so excited. I have all the ingredients now, so I plan on doing some baking. So let me know in the comments if you've done any baking or if you have plans to. Right above my stove, I have a basket and then that kitchen conversion sign. And I absolutely love how cozy the kitchen is. It definitely feels very fall-like, and it's been so nice coming in here and cooking and being able to see the whole living space. It definitely makes the holidays feel extra special when you take the time to add a few seasonal touches, and it always brings me a lot of nostalgia. It brings me back to childhood with the smells and all the colors. So I'm so happy you decided to stop by and spend some time with us. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. So friends, until the next video, take care and God bless.